Good morning, grade 2. So today is our second lesson of language arts that we're talking about our new topic. So who can remember what we've been talking about yesterday? Very good, Annabelle. Yeah, so we've been talking about 5 elements of storytelling. Yes. So who can remember from yesterday? What is the storytelling? Yes, very good. So storytelling is basically a way to tell a story using different components, and we can tell a story by saying it verbally or by writing it and having someone read our story. Yes, very good. So who can remember actually some of the elements that we've been talking about yesterday? Okay, so the first one is the characters. Great job. The characters of our story. Okay, and the second one is the setting. Yes, the setting of our story. Okay. Okay, I see your hand. Third one is the plot. Very good. And then I have 2 more that are a little more complex. Very good, Annabelle. So you remember them pretty good. It's the conflict and resolution. Yes, very good. So the conflict and the resolution to our conflict. So I'm really glad that you remember them from yesterday. Today we will actually concentrate on first 2. So we will talk about the characters of the story, and we will discuss what are the different characters that we can have in our story. And also we will talk about different settings in which our characters can appear and in which our characters can do something, where the action can happen. So to begin with something interesting, I would like for us to do a little warm-up activity. And we are going to read a book that most likely every single one of you read at least once in your life, or you heard it, or you watched a cartoon. So this is a book called 3 Little Pigs. Who knows the story about the 3 little pigs? Yeah, so I see by the count of hands that I'm right. Everyone pretty much knows this story. But what I want you to pay attention while I'm reading, I want you to make sure that you pay attention to the characters, the setting, the plot, the conflict, and the resolution in this story. So let's listen, and then please make notes or just for yourself think about it and remember some of these elements from the story. So once upon a time, there were 3 little pigs who wanted to live in their own homes. Together they went looking at houses. The first little pig saw a house of straw. He thought that it would be very easy and quick to build, so he did. The second little pig saw a house of sticks, and he thought, "That's for me." It too was easy to build. In no time at all, the 2 little pigs had built their homes. They were then free to play, sing, and dance together. The last little pig built a house of bricks. It took a long time to build, but he knew that it was very strong and it would keep him safe. The first little pig saw a wolf coming towards him. So he ran into his house. The wolf followed him and blew the house down. Luckily, the first little pig made it to the second little pig's house. The wolf followed him again. This time, he blew a bit harder, and the stick house blew down too. The pigs escaped just in time. Now they all hid inside the brick house. But again, the wolf followed them. He tried to blow the brick house down, but he couldn't. The wolf decided to go down the chimney. Luckily, the pigs were ready for him. They had a pot of boiling hot water in the fireplace. When the wolf came down, he made a big splash, and that was the end of him. So afterwards, the pigs built 2 more brick houses. They all lived happily ever after. So this was kind of a shorter version of the story, but I'm pretty sure you all know the full story with all of the details. So what I want us to do right now is I want everyone to work with a partner. So we have 10 students in our classroom, and I would like for you to work with your partner in a groups of 2. So I have 5 groups of 2 students in each group. So for the first group, Annabelle and Patrick, I would like for you to look at the characters in the story. Who are the characters? Give a little more, like describe them, what they do. The second group, I would like for you to look at the setting in this story. Then the third group, at the plot. The fourth group, you got the harder one, the conflict. And the last group, the resolution. So I will give you 5 minutes for this. I would like for you to talk to your partner. I would like for you to discuss the element that I gave you and then to be able to share with the rest of us. Okay, good job. So you're ready. I'm glad we didn't even took the full 5 minutes. So first group, you're ready to share, right? So tell us about the characters in the story, The Three Little Pigs. Okay, great. Yeah, so it's basic, right? 3 little pigs and a wolf, they are the characters of this story. So you can describe them, right? So you told us that 3 little pigs were pigs that built their houses, and the wolf came into the woods where they lived. Very good. So now second group, I would like for you to tell me what's the setting of this story? Where is this happening? Okay, yes, very good. So this story takes place in the woods, right? And you just told us that in the woods where 3 little pigs built their houses. So that's the main place, the main setting where the story takes place. Okay, then the third one, the plot. Before we talk about the plot, who can tell me what is the plot? Do we really remember what the plot is? Okay, so you want to add to your answer, the third group. Okay, yes, I agree. So the plot is the main idea of the story, the main facts from the story. Okay, so the main plot in your group is... Okay, very good. So the group is sharing with us that the main plot of this story is that 3 little pigs wanted to escape from the wolf, and the wolf wanted to eat them, but they were able to escape and get rid of the wolf. So very good, group 3. Okay, for group 4, there was a little misunderstanding. It was kind of hard to figure out what was the problem, the conflict of this story. So we were talking about the main question you need to ask when you're trying to find out the conflict. So the question would be, what makes the story exist? Why the story is here? Why do we need to know about this story? So they've been talking about the conflict here, okay? And can you tell us? Yes, very good. So the conflict is that the wolf is hungry and he wants to eat 3 little pigs. But the 3 little pigs do not want to be eaten by the wolf. So they're trying to find a plan. Okay, and now group number 5. Can you tell us the plan that they came up with? Our resolution. Okay, yes, very good. So it's good that they realized that there are 2 different resolutions. There is a short term and long term, right? So the short term resolution is, yes, very good. They were able to escape in the house of brick. And then long term resolution. So they were able to get rid of the wolf. The wolf got into hot boiling water and he never bothered 3 little pigs anymore. And then the second one was that they built 2 other houses of bricks. So now all 3 little pigs had their houses and they were safe. Very good. I'm glad that we were able to go for this exercise because it will really help us today in our lesson when we will concentrate on the characters and the setting, and it will help us to go through all of our elements of the story when we're talking about a more complex story, when we'll be reading The New Friend of David from our textbook, and it will really help us to understand what's the conflict and what's the resolution, who are the characters, what is the plot, and what are the settings. So as I mentioned before, today we're talking about the characters and the setting, and I would like for you to look at my first slide and to read out of the PowerPoints, out of the screen, my PowerPoint presentation. The character is